What up? Y'all come on in here, man. Let's talk about one of my experiences from this weekend. Shout out to everybody here. Happy belated Mother's Day to the females in the group. Roll up my L before I lay down. Been up all night working, bringing y'all that hard-hitting content. But yeah, I got more. Shout out to Tragedy Kadas. Tiny, I got your name. Tiny, I got your name. Good morning to you too. You was the first person in here. Miss Boards. Good morning. Top of the morning. Kawhi. Niggas come in a group and just say Kawhi like that's supposed to mean something. Kawhi did some damage last night. Got them Sixers up out of here. What up? No G.P.S. if you in the streets. Nah, man, I'm gonna wait until more people come in here. I'm gonna share something with y'all about the G.P.S. Shout out to 7 Mile. Top of the morning to you too, Toronto. That Kensington video was crazy. I have weed in my hand, man, and I started recording late. We seen some shit down there. That's ground zero. You see, yeah, Gaspar, how you been cooking, Gully? Pepper D. Y'all share this live. I want to share something with you all this morning. It's been raining all weekend and shit. Morning, bro. Anything important? That ride to North Philly was classic. I start recording it late, man. I started recording it late. That Haitian Jack is a masterpiece. Niggas at Rolling Loud looking like food. What happened at Rolling Loud? I heard Rolling Loud was a big sting operation. Tell me more. Tell me more. Please tell me more. Tell me more. Olivia, good morning to you. Haitian Jack was up the hood. What's up with all these rappers getting shot up at Roll? Man, they gotta be careful. Be careful how you living and shit, man. Like some of the MCs bring that shit to them. They bring that type of energy to themselves, upon themselves. Maybe it was something they said out their mouth, or just the way you living and shit. But you don't have to bring that type of energy into your world and shit. You can just be a professional. Some niggas been rapping all their lives, never got off into that dumb shit. Damn, Gully, you don't have no love for DC. That was a stupid statement. Kawhi traveled. It don't even matter at this point. What about hella bands getting murdered at Rolling Loud? Oh, that's who got killed at Cameo. That was some type of event at Cameo. NBA YoungBoy got shot at, and his girl got hit, and the security guard killed the shooter. It's a good security guard. Gully ain't got no love for Toronto. Should I? You act like Vince Carter still play up there or something. Kawhi doing his thing. He said, "What you know about Cameo?" Obviously, I done been in there and shit. Done been in there. That's crazy that he got killed, man. Motherfuckers be waking up with murder on their mind, man. It's crazy. The shooter wasn't killed, an innocent bystander was killed. Yo, rappers need to chill. Our niggas taking shots. Shh. The Claw better than Vince. I ain't going there. If the Claw get 20 years in the league, 20 successful years in the league, then you come holler at me about him being better than Vince. Explain the topic. Oh, I was waiting for a few more people to get in here, but yeah, I guess it's enough. The G.P.S. I was traveling by G.P.S. This weekend and shit. I was by myself. So yeah, I was navigating just me and the G.P.S., right? If you black, you got to be careful about the G.P.S. system because the G.P.S. will take you away from civilization. When I say they'll take you away from civilization, the G.P.S. take you through all types of back roads and shit like that, routes that you ain't even know exist. I'm talking about for real, for real. You got to watch them joints, yo. And um, I didn't. I started to reach a level of panic because it was starting to get dark and shit. As I was driving, it was starting to get dark, and I literally was in the middle of nowhere. The middle of nowhere, no fucking civilization, yo. Roads dark. Um, the chance of me seeing anybody black was totally out of the question. The thought of running out of gas in the middle of nowhere, it just that shit was frightening as a motherfucker, considering the shit that we see on the news with the police and organ trafficking and all kind of shit. Google Maps. Google Maps. I was using Google Maps. I couldn't believe this shit, yo. Like it took the motherfucking GPS take me to a fucking dead end at least 4 times. Took me to a dead end. Dead fucking end. Dead fucking end, yo. It took me to a dead end. I couldn't fucking believe this shit, yo. This shit was happening. You know, it was turning to dusk, and then it got dark. And when it's dark in the woods, when you traveling and it's dark in the woods, that's a different type of dark. Like that shit's dark, dark, dark. You dig? He said use Waze app only. Okay. Well, thank you for introducing me to it. He said when you was you down south when this happened? Nah. I live north, but there's places in the north where there's virtually no black people, no civilization. You might run into a farmer. Trust me, the people that you run into, they probably never seen a black person in real life, and they not glad to see you, you know. So the whole thought of pulling over, asking for directions and shit like that, all that shit's dangerous. Google Maps is the worst, always sending people the wrong way, and it did it to me while I was walking and using the damn sundown towns. I'm from Texas. We come across that all the time. Yeah, man, I was in the fucking middle of nowhere, man, and it was getting fucking dark. I had to use my judgment, my own personal judgment, and just not listen to the GPS and just say, I'm driving this way. I'm driving this way because it looks like this is north. My destination is north. So I don't know what this interstate is or this little junction is, but you know, the numbers on it, I don't know what they is, but the sign says north. So this shit is going north. I'm hopping on this shit and I'm just gonna ride this shit until something changes. And after a while, I had eventually seen an interstate that I recognized, and I hopped off this dirt fucking road and got the fuck to getting this shit. I know what you mean. I'm a truck driver. Going to certain places when I see no black people. Man, listen, yo. Y'all can't imagine how frightening this shit was. For real. For real. I'm thinking of all of the shit I seen on the news. Sandra Bland. I don't want to stop the police and ask for no fucking help. They don't help us. You ask the fucking police for some help. They be trying to run your name and what you doing around here and all this type of shit. So, it's like that in Northern California too. Rural Pennsylvania ain't no joke, man. I was in rural Pennsylvania last night. Ways trying to direct niggas to Murder Mountain. I'm up in Vermont, Gully. That's my life every day. Southern Cali also. We used to read signs. Yeah, the era of reading signs, that's long gone. Try living in the South. This every day for us in the major metropolitan cities. I went through Amish country going to see a snow bunny. It's definitely like that in Long Island. Detroit, same shit. I'm in Western. So y'all mean to tell me I'm not the only person that had a scary encounter with the GPS? Just think about what you doing when you fucking with a GPS. You're trusting a stranger to direct you. The voice that come across the GPS, they not in the car with you. They not in the car with you. A lot of times they don't even know where the fuck they going and shit. Just think about what the fuck I'm saying. You riding by yourself. You're trusting a stranger to be your eyes as you're driving and shit. He said they tell you don't let the sun hit your back, boy. Hell no, Gully. We all be shook using GPS. Down in Florida, you definitely don't want to get caught in them woods late night. Hell no, they got alligators and shit. I'm gonna tell you the area that I was in. I was scared as fuck too. I was in an area called Shamokin, PA. I don't even know how I ended up in this fucking area, but I know it's a dam up there. I guess it's the Shamokin Dam. It's a big dam up there because as I'm driving, it was nothing but fucking water on the side of me for a long ass time. It was like I was on a fucking island. It was water on the right of me, nothing but water on the right of me, and a mountain on the left of me and shit. That shit wasn't no fucking joke. He said, I don't like using GPS for nothing. If I don't know where I'm going, I'm not driving. In DC, the GPS throws you way off when you get near the White House. I guess it's security. The scariest traveling with GPS in Mississippi because all you see on both sides of the road is cotton plants and no lights. Whoa. That's Route 11, Smoking Dam. I remember seeing Shamokin, on the sign. I said, man, Shamokin. I know it ain't no niggas out here in Shamokin. Bro, using KKK area. I'm telling you, I live in Ohio, 3 hours away from Pittsburgh. I had an idea where I was at. I watched the fucking news. I know what goes on around State College area and shit like that. I had already had. He said that's Klan country. I already had in my head, man. Like if I have to, I will park this fucking car and get in the fucking trunk till the morning and shit. Motherfuckers be riding by looking at an abandoned car. I'll be in the motherfucking trunk with my cell phone and shit. Best advice to use download offline maps so you don't have to actually connect the GPS. With offline maps, you can have a set route saved in your phone. GPS designed to hide parts of the world. That's why it takes you out your way. He said, Batman, I was getting in the trunk, yo. I was getting in the trunk until the morning. I wasn't going to stay in no car overnight waiting for no fucking help from no passers-by. I wasn't going to be fucking around, walking around, encountering no fucking animals and no shit like that in the trunk. He said, yo, they would tell you you out of bounds, boy. I believe it. I believe it. Your body has a security system. Your body has a security system. Your body will let you know whether or not you in danger. My spidey senses was going off. My fucking spidey senses was going off. I'm like, man, I got to get out of this shit before it get dark. I need to be on a major interstate before it get dark. I need to be on Interstate 80, 79, I need 78. I need to be on a major intersection. He said they would have checked the whip. They wouldn't have checked the trunk. They wouldn't have checked the trunk. They would have walked up to the car and seen an empty car. How you find your way back? I defied what the fucking GPS was telling me. The GPS told me to go one direction. I tried this direction like 2 times. This shit kept taking me to a dead end around train tracks and shit like that. And it was water and shit near. I'm like, I'm driving. I don't give a fuck if I have to drive back to where I started. I ain't listened to this fucking GPS. I turned around and just kept on fucking driving and shit. He said, then told that shit to a junkyard deep in the woods. They probably was trying to find routes without tolls. Man, that shit was fucked up, yo. That shit was fucked up. I did some praying too. Straight up. All I was thinking about was Sandra Bland and shit like that. I'm like, I can't take no motherfucking traffic stop, or I can't wave no police down. Man, In Florida, the sun throw them G.P.S. off. Yeah, Central PA is pretty much KKK. They had a billboard put up congratulating the acquittal of the cop that shot a young boy in Pittsburgh. Upstate New York, Syracuse area is another place you need to be careful. The mountain people don't like blacks. Believe that. He said the last thing you want to see is a cop. Yeah, I don't want to see the motherfucking cop. Newcastle was racist. So yeah, what do y'all suggest I do about the GPS thing and shit? Y'all said it's another one that we should use called what? Shamokin is Redneck Central. I felt it. I didn't see nothing but a motherfucking river. It was the Susquehanna River. I was riding next to the motherfucking Susquehanna River, and I kept looking at the motherfucker. I said, I'm pretty sure they didn't threw many a niggas in that river. At some point, listen, when you ride by a big body of water, I promise you it's a body or two in there. I think it's bodies in every body of water. I think there's a corpse in there. Any body of water, I think there's a corpse, a body that was never found, somebody threw. So yeah, when I'm looking at this shit, I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, yo. He said, baby, come get you some Latina pussy. Stop stressing about these crack. GPS tripped out while I had a busload of college students. The hood nigga GPS, girl voice sound like a hood rat app, I think. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I had a blunt behind my ear too while I was lost. That motherfucker was behind my ear for like 3 hours. I said, man, I ain't lighting this motherfucker until I reach civilization. Driving, walking, tolls, etc. He said, I just Googled Shamokin demographics. It's 98.9% white. I mean, you would have been real fucked to get caught with a white girl out there. I was dolo. He said, you never smoke while lost. No, you going to be confused in a motherfucker. I had a friend that was from the mountain area. He took me up there to look at some tree. In the process, he showed me the burn pile full of missing people. I believe that shit. He said we could have lost you, Gully. Be safe places. Trust me, I was thinking about all of y'all. Yo. He said I went to Job Corps with a skinhead from Shamokin. Maps on iPhones are even worse. Trash GPS. I would never lose it again. When I made this chat this morning, I said, "Is the GPS that dangerous for minorities?" I meant that shit. They will take you to they'll take you places where you'll be alone. It won't be nobody to look like you there. Straight up, he said, "Travel with the strap." I wish I had a hammer on me. I wish I had a hammer on me. Straight up, I had that motherfucker right in my fucking lap. Word. When I was in Mississippi, the people there told me not to be caught on the road at night. I said, damn, I thought I was safe with Texas tags. Gully need that gun license. They feeling strong and validated these days to the KKK. Y'all don't understand, do y'all? Y'all think this is just a topic for us to discuss. I was in a fucking situation. I was in a situation, yo. I was in a fucking situation. I'm telling y'all, this shit was bad. He said, that's that weed. No, it ain't. It's the motherfucking G.P.S. Keep sending the motherfucker to a dead end. You go to a dead end, you reroute the motherfucker. Do y'all know that a G.P.S. will decide, a G.P.S. will decide on its own where to take a detour at? If it's, GPSs pick up detours and shit. GPSs pick up detours, and you never know if the motherfucker gonna be done took you to one of them fucking dirt roads. Them woods in Florida have no lights on them back streets. Y'all gotta remember, a lot of those rural communities were not wired up to GPS. Doing Lyft and DoorDash, I'm constantly thinking about how dangerous GPS is. You want something. It's very dangerous. You need to map your route out before you roll out. You the second person that said that to me. I think I'm gonna sit and, I'm gonna download a couple GPSs and kind of like fuck with the settings and make sure I got this shit together, because the shit that I went through last night was dangerous. It was raining too. He said, that's why I'll never get a Tesla. GPS take me to take a U-turn. I did it. I got a ticket. Oh, let me tell you something else about this nut ass GPS, right? Once I figured out my route, I know where I'm going. I know where I'm trying to get. Once I figured out my route, I put the phone down, right? Because I know where I'm going now. Do you know that motherfucking GPS said do a U-turn for like an hour? This shit told me to do a U-turn for like an hour. I'm like, yeah, the fuck right, and go back to the dead end and shit. Real talk, Gully, would you be scared in a strange hood of where you was at? I ain't scared of black people. I would have rather been in somebody's hood, a dead end in somebody's hood. Because black people relate to panic. When I say panic, black people relate to panic. When you say, yo, fam, homie, I'm lost like a motherfucker. I'm not from around here. Can you, nigga, help you? Okay. He not from around here, y'all. He didn't know he was supposed to turn this. He didn't know he was supposed to turn down this street. Everybody chill, fam. Turn your car around, go that way, take a left, da 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 da. All right. Straight like that. He said the hood not scary when you in Hicktown white people in. That's a horror movie. Yeah, man. Shit, if I would have seen some niggas as I was riding, I seen some niggas on the highway. On the other side, though. I seen some niggas on the other side. And I'm like, damn, I wonder what the fuck they doing out here. I wonder is they lost. Just make sure your ride is well maintained and have good tires. You don't want to get caught out there with a flat. You don't want to get caught with. If I would have got a flat tire, I'd have drove that motherfucker flat. I'd have been driving that motherfucker on rims. Texas Chainsaw Massacre shit. He said, like in Poetic Justice, you need to find a black picnic. Man, I would have been glad to see some. If I would have seen niggas anywhere. Hey, where y'all from? Before I continue to drive down this dirt road, I'll drive to where y'all from as long as I know it's more black people there. I'll figure out a way to get home. Love the space. Thank you. I got these over the weekend. I caught these in the city and shit. Called Dita. Some new shit. Y'all gonna hear about it. DITA. I had to depend on GPS first 2 weeks. I moved to Pittsburgh from New York. That shit was strange. My fiance locked up at Albion at the time, and I got lost a few times. Ended up north side. Albion is from Pittsburgh. Albion is 79 north. You can't miss it. He said that's what you get, a black Muslim looking for trailer park snatch. He said on some Underground Railroad shit. That's what it seemed like. Underground Railroad. Another nearby town had a police cover up of a Mexican murder. I believe that the police would kill a motherfucker if they amongst themselves. If they racist, they feel they can get away with it. Definitely. Especially a man and shit. I did not want to encounter nobody. Bald head, tattoos. Hell no. You say you rocking a gazelle 16, 14. These ain't gazelles. Two thick white female cops, you would have been in Heaven Gully. I didn't want no contact with the police because they was gonna be like, what you doing out here? Where you coming from? And all that crazy shit. Nah, I ain't want that. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Real Gully TV. My IG is picking up steam. I've been dropping dope content over there. Y'all know I was with Tragedy over the weekend and shit. GPS is only bad if you're traveling to put in work. If somebody's using a GPS to put in work, they shouldn't go. That means you don't know where you're going. That means you got the hammer with you. You don't know where you're going. You're bugging. Oh, you was with the intelligent hoodlum. Yeah, I was with him. He actually said that was never his name for real. That was like a title or a concept. And people change literally just gave his rap name is Tragedy or Tragedy Gaddafi and shit. But a lot of people know him as Intelligent Hoodlum, myself included. When I first met him, that's what I called him, Intelligent Hoodlum. It's weird when successful artists die untimely, people worship them. I don't get it. Pop is just a normal dude like Nip. I think black people elevate our celebrities to something, you know. What you think about the NBA YoungBoy shit? Seem like hip hop is getting more dangerous, yo. Seem like it's getting more dangerous. I bet you social media has a lot to do with it becoming dangerous because you got a vehicle where somebody can hold their phone all day and look at your business and pay attention to your business. They counting your money, every deal you done made. Oh, that nigga got a deal with Puma now, and they getting more frustrated. They scrolling and they looking at what you're doing and shit. And then when they see you, they want to take it away from you. He said you run into Dark Low Belly. I was in the Badlands. I didn't see him. I was in Kensington and Allegheny, Kensington and Somerset. I was all through there. I ain't seen him. I uploaded the video. Chuck Brunson. My Cash App is $Gully TV. Traveling to Augusta, Georgia, one early morning. Once you get close by a military base, your GPS and phone stop working. I didn't know which way to go. Gully, that Jack John is fired. I appreciate that. I do a little thinking with my shit. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't just gonna come here and get a bunch of stories about niggas selling drugs to our people and killing people and shit like that. That's not what Gully TV stand for and shit. You're gonna get a little bit of everything. You say, yo, Gully, you rock with Uncle Nick. I think he's very entertaining. I think he's funny. Yeah, that doc was live. I appreciate it. So let me ask y'all something. Y'all still think Haitian Jack a snitch? Tupac said he was a snitch on Against All Odds. How? They was co-defendants on a sex case. One went to trial, went to jail. One pled guilty and stayed home. When you plead guilty, you might have a shot at staying home and shit. I think Tupac didn't want to plead guilty because he didn't want that type of case associated with his name brand. He didn't want Tupac Shakur being associated with a sexual assault. Probably would have affected him getting jobs in Hollywood and shit like that, whatever. But he went to trial, and that's what happened. I think Tupac was really tripping. Pac was wilding. Pac wrote on the inside cover of, I think, the Machiavelli album. He wrote a letter, and he said, what did he say? This is dedicated to the snitch Haitian Jack who gave the order to Tut. Gave Tut the order to shoot me. He wrote that on the inside cover of his CD. If somebody did that shit today, if somebody wrote down the name of who shot them today on a CD, on social media, on a chalkboard anyway, y'all call that what? People call that what? Let's call it false accusations. Let's call it false accusations because Tut didn't have nothing to do with it. Everybody involved said that. He had nothing to do with it. And Jack had nothing to do with it. We got several people saying that. Saying it on a song cryptically and writing it down is two different things. What you write, that's a motherfucking statement. That's a written statement. That's a written statement. I love the history covered in the documentary about the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Thank you. That's a written statement. Do y'all think somebody in this day and age could get away with that? Writing the name of who shot him on social media? Jay Prince said that boy's name in regards to that face cutting. Um, YMBJ, when YMBJ had a situation, Jay Prince said a guy's name who was allegedly associated with him on social media, and everybody said what? Everybody said he was doing what? So just you know, pay attention to, maybe times are different now, but I was listening to Tupac's song on the road yesterday, Troublesome. That if you listen to the song Troublesome by Tupac, he's telling you what it is and shit. He's telling you what it is. And he was yelling bad boy killer and all that shit on there. He's telling you what it is though. Um, he was a wild ass hyper nigga who could rap his ass off. Just listen to that song Troublesome and shit. He be going wow. Pistol packing fresh out of jail. I ain't going back. What do you say? Yeah, pistol packing fresh out of jail. I ain't going back. Oh man, that shit hard. Troublesome by Tupac. Check that shit out. Shit hard. He said, I put my whole city on the Gully TV. Niggas still thanking me for helping them discover the Holy Grail. Troublesome 96 is real deep. Right. It was almost like he was crying on that shit. Like he was going. I was like, damn. And, listening to that, I could see why Pac's name get thrown into the greatest of all time. From listening to that song, I was listening to that shit over and over and over. I was like, whoa. Afraid to sleep. I'm having crazy dreams. Yeah. Say my name like 3 times like Candy, man. Bet I bomb on your ass like an avalanche. He was killing that shit. He was killing that shit. The way Tupac rapped, um, Papoose was doing it sometimes and shit. He'll hit Tupac and say, picture me pistol packing perfect. You know what I'm saying? He was a poet. His wordplay was just crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah, you listen to that song Troublesome, you could feel him in the fucking booth like, shh, damn. It's my name 3 times like Candy, man. Bet I rolled on your ass like an avalanche. Yeah. Soul Survivor, learning to drive bys. Yeah, that's that shit. That's that shit. Penitentiary is packed with promise makers. 3 Ps and shit. His delivery. He said he probably did that in one take. Yeah, I didn't see him punching in and out on that song. The way that shit was delivered, I know the engineer was like, God damn. Murder my foes, can't control my nine. Y'all want to know something? I heard Troublesome before, but I was on a, I was by myself and I played it, repeatedly. It's a nice song to listen to on the highway. He be going and shit. You fuck around, get a speeding ticket. But I got to really listening to it and shit, man. That nigga was. He said, "What song you talking about? Candyman and Avalanche." It's Tupac, Troublesome. You said that's why music is timeless. We talking about a song from 1996, yo. You play that shit right now, that shit fire right now. I wasn't um, the biggest Tupac fan prior to doing this documentary. I seen Tupac in concert, by the way, too. I think I told y'all before on his platform. I wasn't the biggest Tupac fan, and I didn't. I picked, Jay-Z, and I picked them over him. I still picked them over him, but nigga can't be held out the conversation. The nigga rap his ass off. So, uh, Jay-Z got a verse, he said on, I think his Streets is Watching, or one of them joints. He said he from where niggas rap all, he said where niggas argue all day about who's the best MC, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas. You can throw Tupac in that joint too. Believe that. Believe that. He said, "What's your thoughts on Tupac R.I.P. the Biggie song, bro?" Man, Tupac was wildin', yo. Tupac was wildin'. That song, and he's saying that he's troublesome. He was. He stayed in some shit. And you listen to the song Troublesome and watch him walking up to Orlando Anderson and in that MGM. You watch him. You watch him. And you listen to that song Troublesome as he walking up to him and shit. Nigga, looking for wreck. Looking for wreck. The shit he talking his music. Riding, my enemies, and walking right up to the wreck. Had Tupac stayed with Richie Rich and them other Bay Area rappers, he would have been good. Probably so. Pac stayed wreck chasing. He did. He said, I fuck with Tupac, but he ain't really have bars like that. Shit. Shit. Nigga rap his ass off, yo. You know how many times I had to listen to that Listen Where I Take You Back and Lace This Track, a real live tale about a snitch named Haitian Jack. Knew he was working for the Fed, same crime, different trial, man. Picture what he said. And did I mention? You know how many times I listened to that shit? I really got a chance to sink my teeth into that song, right? I really got a chance to sink my teeth into that song, right? That nigga went in that booth and went on a rant, a serious rant against everybody that he had an issue with. We didn't know who these guys was. He said Jimmy Henchman name in there. He said Tut's name in there. He said Haitian Jack name in there. We didn't know who them niggas was. We more focused on him saying, this nigga named Nas think he live like me. That's all we was talking about. That's all we was talking about. And Mob Deep wonder why a nigga blowed him out. Next time grown folks talking, nigga, close your mouth. We was talking about that shit on the block and shit. That's what was the topic about that song. You know what I'm saying? I lived through that Tupac Biggie battle in the Death Row, East West. I lived through that shit. This is what we was talking about. We couldn't wait for, Nas and Jay-Z to get back because all the Tupac niggas, the fans, Tupac fans, they was going crazy. I was locked up at the time too. They was going crazy about that shit. And we like, man, damn, we didn't have nothing to argue. We didn't have nothing to argue because although Reasonable Doubt came out in 96, right? It Was Written came out in 96 too, right? Tupac had fucking, he had like 3 straight classics, like back to back to back. Me Against the World, classic. The fucking double disc joint that he did when he got out of jail with Death Row, classic. This Machiavelli shit, classic. And in between that, this nigga making mixtape disses and shit against Biggie. He made Hit 'Em Up. That was a single. So it's hard to, like, you know, Jay-Z and them wasn't, they couldn't handle him at the time. Nas was just becoming somebody. 96, Nas was just starting to come on. Jay-Z was he just made his debut for real. Like, he had already been out before Hawaiian Sophie and all that shit. None of that shit counted. But yeah, Jay-Z showed up and he was talking such fucking drug talk and shit. Like, you had to go through stages of maturity to listen to Reasonable Doubt and understand that shit. Cause there was so much drug talk in that shit and so much opulence. You know what I mean? We had never heard that level of opulence and drug talk just blatant on a record. But Tupac was, you know, he was getting at all of them niggas, right? And yeah, he's battling the whole East Coast. But we waiting for fucking somebody to strike back. Biggie, he wouldn't say nothing. He started to say little slick shit later, but Jay-Z wouldn't say nothing. Nas didn't say nothing. If anybody said anything, it was clandestine. Nobody said nothing but Mobb Deep. Mobb Deep was outright, blatantly riding. They was riding from the door. Prodigy riding from the door. But I didn't, you know, really look into the depth of Against All Odds because, like I said, we didn't know these niggas. As I'm doing these fucking documentaries and shit, and I'm listening to this song every day because I have to make sure that my narrative and shit is accurate on what he said about Jack and what he said about Tut and Jimmy Henchman and shit. That fucking song is like a movie. That shit is like a fucking movie. That Against All Odds, that shit is a motion fucking picture. This nigga just went nuts. Listen while I take you back and lace this track. I heard he was light-skinned, stocky, with a Haitian accent, jewelry, fast cars, and he's known for flashing. Man, he was getting busy. Knew he was working for the Fed same time. Man, what he said about Tut? Gunshots to Tut. Fuck this rap game. This is M.O.B. He was talking that blood shit on that song already. Fuck the rap game. This is M.O.B. He was talking that blood shit on that song. Probably be murdered for the shit that I said. Do y'all understand this? It was some ramifications that came behind. A lot of diss records, they just be music. Against All Odds, that was real graphic. You know, like he said, probably be murdered for the shit that I said. He was talking about people that he was talking about the boogeyman and shit. Promised to play back Jimmy Henchman in due time. Y'all niggas set me up, wet me up, niggas stuck me up. He talked about the whole Quad Studio shit on that song. We didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. We thought he was just... We thought it was just a song. We thought he was just ranting and shit. Everything. He said, man, you didn't know. No, I didn't know. And no, you didn't know. We just figured this shit out in the last few years. Bone chilling. Y'all figured that shit out. That song became deciphered watching them two documentaries and shit. He said, I'm 34. Pac Ben said what happened. Man, Pac was talking about getting shot and shooting motherfuckers on every record. We didn't know what the fuck that nigga was talking about. He was just fucking going crazy and shit. It was a battle rap song. We thinking it's a battle rap song. This is a motherfucking confession. What you say? What was Confessions of Fire? This was the real fucking deal. This was the real deal. He said these niggas' names that weren't these niggas not musicians. He said you just said you wasn't a Pac fan. I'm not. I'm just telling you that this nigga rap his ass off and shit. He said, people like myself, we didn't know. We understood from New York. We heard of these people before. Never on a song though. He said, you ain't gotta be a LeBron fan to give props. He said you should be a Tupac fan. He's fire. He's fire. I grew up in it. I grew up in it. When he was battling, when the battle was going on, I was on the east side. I was on the east side, not because I'm from over here, it's because I was liking what was going on at the time. Queensbridge was the shit at the time. Anything going on in Queensbridge was golden during this period of time and shit. You dig? From top to bottom. They was deep as a motherfucker too. They was deep. They was deep. CNN, Mob Deep, Nature, Nas, Bravehearts, Nation, niggas was deep. Core Mega, deep as fuck. So, but yeah, Pac was getting busy though. He was getting busy. I just told you. He said, watching your platform brightens my day. Brighten mine too when we get a good topic going and shit. The GPS is dangerous. Let me see how much time I've been in here. Uh-oh. Give y'all a couple more minutes, man. Y'all got me in that Tupac bag. Y'all make sure y'all go watch the Haitian Jack Speaks 1 and 2. Check them joints out. When the joint, when part 2, the new one, when they go to distribution, it's gonna have more scenes on it. I'm gonna spice it up. It's gonna have more scenes on it. Definitely got I got Jack addressing Afeni Shakur respectfully. So boom, 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 boom. That rolling line was crazy. You did a great job. Appreciate that. I work hard. I like what I do though. So it's not work to me. It's just fun. Right. Straight up. Do you know how Pac felt about Nas after they met at the MTV Awards? I heard it was cool. I heard it was cool. Go ahead home first. Who do you think he was talking about? That was that was Biggie. Come on, man. Cut it out. Pac was born in Sugar Hill, went to school with K. Shine London. I use GPS all the time. Be careful with that joint, especially if you stay near main interstate, yo. Them GPS take niggas through back roads, cornfields, and all kind of types of shit, man. No. Very, very dangerous. What's your opinion on all these new Feds magazine tapes being released on Alpo these last few months? They dope. I be listening to them. They're entertaining. They that shit was recorded a long time ago. Antoine from Feds is the person that conducted that interview that everybody be listening to. He did that. All of the new shit that y'all hearing, he uploading it now because, you know, Alpo's a big topic online and shit. I heard you sort cut another damn charge. Stop playing. Stop fucking playing. Shit, the culture needs a gully. Alpo. I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody who came through this morning. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, The Real Gully TV. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. And follow me on Instagram, The Real Gully TV. Be sleeping on my IG, I'm telling y'all. It's public now, too. My shit was private for a long time. Got some shit for everybody to see. So that's what it is, man. I'm about to get up out of here. Peace.